Hey guys and gals, this is Alex with Legendary Apartment Brokers here in Kansas City. Today is Monday, November 11th, 2024, and this is the KC Multifamily Minute where I bring you all the new opportunities hit the open market here in Kansas City for multifamily investors. If you're on a 1031 exchange or just an active real estate investor here in Kansas City, I've got you covered. Let's take a look at everything we've got going on. So right into it, we're going to get into some stats. Right now, as we always do every single week, we're going to talk about what's new and what's available. So currently on market, there's 64 opportunities out there. 42 of those are currently available. So 64 total, 42 available. That means that there are about 22 that are under contract. That's to the local MLS here. So that means you got 20. That means you have 42 opportunities to buy that are $500,000 plus that were built before 2020. So right in the wheelhouse of what active real estate investors are looking for. That is MLS. Over here on LoopNet, we have 36 that are out there. 32 are available. 29. So 7 are under contract, which is a little bit of a change compared to what we see recently where there weren't many marked as pending. Now there's a few more marked as pending. Still somewhere around this 55, 65 on MLS, maybe 35, 40 on LoopNet as far as what's available and what's under contract. As far as what's brand new this week, we have 2 or 3 we're going to look at. I'm going to say 3, but I'm not really sure because I can't remember exactly last week what we looked at and didn't look at as far as new and on the market. So let's get right into this. First up is a property here for podcast listeners. It's $600,000. It is located on East 35th Street on Indiana. So 35th and Indiana, which is east of 71 by 10 or 12 blocks. As most people know, this is not my favorite part to invest in Kansas City. This is probably a C-, D+ area. This particular building is a 6-unit deal. It says it's been all rehabbed. Everything's all ready to rock and roll. Rents are $1,100 to $1,200. And, again, it's hard for me to comment too much on because it's not my favorite part of town. It is a C-, D+ area. So take that with a grain of salt if you love this area. But it does look like pretty nice, all rehabbed. We've got, refinished floors, nice new counters, nice new cabinets. Looks like maybe they're waiting on appliances or maybe not. But if you're in the market for something and you're okay with this location, we can talk about this together and see if this fits in for your 1031 exchange or as an active real estate investor. All right. So again, that's $600,000 for 6-plex, $100,000 per unit. It is 100% rehab. Looks like it is fairly vacant. Okay. All right. So next up, let's scroll back out here to what we've got new and on the market. I'm not going to talk about the Pleasant Hill deal on my podcast. You can see that there is a deal here in Pleasant Hill. That one is not something that we're going to talk about because I think we've covered it several other times in the past as it pops on and off the market. But I will talk about these 6 duplexes here in Belton. So we're on the south side of the Kansas City Metro. 6 duplexes for $1.29 million. 6 duplexes, obviously 12 units. So that's a little over $100,000 per unit. For duplexes. Belton can sometimes be a Class C area, can sometimes be a Class A or A- location. It is on the south side of town in terms of the metro, the south of Interstate 49 and north of North Avenue. So right there in the heart of Belton. And just looking through this, it looks like several of these have been rehabbed pretty nicely. They aren't huge duplexes with large garages or anything. So these would be your classic kind of 70s constructed. Maybe they were built in the 80s constructed duplexes. Some of them have mansard roofs. But if you got a 1031 exchange, you like duplexes. These are all either 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom townhouse style. They all have 1 and 1.5 baths. So there's lots of upgrades here. I do like the price point on this at the outset. Duplexes. You could piece these off over time. You could keep them as a package. You could sell them as a package. There's a lot of opportunity here with this particular package. Bottom line is I like this. This is going to be a good opportunity for a 1031 exchange. You got $1.5 million to buy. Could take a look at buying something like this. So Again, you got to be interested in duplexes. You got to be interested in Belton, and could be a great opportunity to look at here in the Kansas City market. Okay. So scrolling back out here, again, don't want to take up too much of your time. So that's everything new that's on the local MLS here in Kansas City. We got 2 new opportunities to look at. One is what I would call a go get him kind of opportunity, and the other one is, maybe if you're into D or C minus locations, could be a good fit for you. All right. Now let's pop on over to LoopNet, and LoopNet here, they got a couple opportunities here that's showing up as new deals to look at. One of which is this property on Kenwood Avenue. Now, the reason why it didn't pop up on the MLS is because it is basically brand new construction. So for my podcast listeners, I've zoomed in here to Midtown. There's a series of a 9-plex right off 39th and Kenwood, which if you're familiar, that's east of Main Street, but well west of Troost, right by the giant Gillum Park. Actually overlooks the Gillum Park. I remember as I was driving by when these are constructed, this is a good-looking building, great-looking location. 9 units for over $3 million is going to be a little over. Let's see here. We're going to take a look and see the math on this. So $3,075,000 divided by 9, $340,000 per unit. Sounds kind of pricey on the outset, but keep in mind new construction costs on these kind of locations in this building is $400,000 or $500,000 at times. So again, could be an interesting opportunity to take a look at. If you've got a 1031 exchange, this is a Class A location. The price range is right in line with what I think it would probably go for. So let's take a look and dive into that together as a possible replacement for your 1031 exchange or as an active investor here in Kansas City. All right. So I scrolled back out for my podcast listeners. There's one other kind of new opportunity that is essentially in Raytown. I'm not going to talk about it too much. It's 10 units for $700,000. It is on 63rd Traffic Way. It's a unique opportunity here. If you've got a 1031 exchange, you like Raytown, you can get behind a 10-unit kind of converted looking building. Could be something you could look at. It's right off of 63rd Traffic Way. So again, if you want to take a look at some of these buildings, we can do that together, see if there's a fit for you here, and kind of go from there. But this would be kind of a C area, C minus, maybe C plus location. But happy to take a look at this together and see what you think. Okay, this is Alex Olson with the KC Multifamily Minute, broker here for Legendary Apartment Brokers. Email me, alex@legendaryapartmentbrokers.com. And I look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you.